You know, my friends, as we gather here today, clutching our coffee and water and tea and whatever else you would like to drink as we put on our zookeeping boots and get ready to dive back into our pixel sanctuary, I have to tell you guys something that kind of surprised me. Well, at least it seemed to surprise me, but now that I reflect upon it, I understand that he did have a point. But you see, my husband Chips recently told me that my goals are too big, that I expect too much, too soon, too fast, and that if I really want to feel the satisfaction of progress, I must embrace smaller goals. I must embrace the fact that I tend to choose one thing to do during our day that we spend here in the zoo that actually is going to take at least like a week, a month, maybe a year. So we're gonna embrace it. We're gonna embrace that we are a work in progress with some amazing new pieces off of the Planet Zoo Steam Workshop that lets everybody know there's gonna be some dust afoot. So sorry, we're expanding. Look at this. Look at this sign. Isn't this so cool? And look at this, a bulldozer. It looks amazing. So we actually have a bulldozer. We have got like a sign. We have got like a little bit of dirt and even a hidden little path that our guests can go ahead and wiggle across, because you know, if it's just a big empty path, it's not even grass to walk on, so why would they worry about it? And we have, oh yeah, another coming soon sign over here. And you know what, when I was putting these signs down, it occurred to me, oh, this is gonna help me out too, because by having a big sign slapped on something, I can remember, Siri, hey Siri, you're supposed to be working on that. Oh geez. Are we? Oh my gosh! No! What is going on now? We have like a phoenix fight. Oh my gosh! All right, the peafowl are fighting, or something. I think that perhaps there is a clash over overcrowding now that all of their many offspring are going ahead and growing up. We will have to go ahead and deal with this for sure. I don't want them to go ahead and like have too many scratches, so we'll take care of them in just a moment. But I wanted to go ahead and just show you guys, like, I love this. I love that I had a random idea of like, you know what? We should just put stuff down so that everybody knows, hey, we're doing our best, but it's gonna be a little bit messy around here until we are able to go ahead and refurbish our beautiful zoo and turn this place into a new thriving, living ecosystem of our passion for the natural world, for storytelling, and for all the happy memories that we get to make together. So, I hear the alarms going off. I will show you the last thing before we admit that there is actually, you know, everything's on fire. By coming over and showing you, I also found this really cool sign collection on the workshop, again, the Steam Workshop, that this is actually for animal talks, but it occurred to me, oh, we need to celebrate our progress by having little mini goals, right? But also, what if we celebrate our progress by being able to show before and after pictures and maybe even make like a little video that kind of pans through the evolution of the areas that we renovate, so that we could take the pictures that we take and put them into a video so you can see the transition from chaos into hopefully leafy beauty that will be a place, a bastion of wonder, of education, of awe, of peafowl not fighting and being on fire. And now, deep breath, friends. I think it's going to be a bit of a muddy day. Let's go ahead and see what's on fire and then see if I'm actually able to spend a little bit of time trying to freshen up the peafowl area, because I will admit, having a sign right here with a picture that I can look at and I can be like, okay, just make something in that look different and even nicer. It's very motivating. So, all right, whoops. What have we been missing? Well, I have been, okay, we need a quarantine. Wow, we don't have a quarantine? That's odd. All of the animals are okay! Huzzah! I thought the peafowl were really fighting, but it looks like they're just playing Melty Peafowl. Yes, they are just playing Melty Peafowl. And oh, Resistance the Okapi is having offspring, and a whole bunch of VIP just arrived. Hello? Thanks, I guess? Wow. Wisty Fish and Sakura Stallion! Oh, those are two of like our longest community members. I'm so happy to see them. I'm so sorry if you weren't able to find bathrooms and also that there's trash everywhere. Oh my. Alright. Meanwhile, Resistance, the Okapi, is getting ready to go ahead and have offspring. I can't tell. Oh wow, this is her 5th baby. What the heck? Is this fighting? Injured outsider. It is fighting. Okay, so we actually need to go ahead and I can see why we need the quarantine now, because Hashim here is her son, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna go ahead and give him some contraceptives, and he is actually not a member right now, so he is an integrating outsider. That's interesting. I suppose that's because the males, let's see, social needs, they're solitary, of course. The only exception being between a mother and her calf. So of course the Okapi wouldn't want to be in a big group with each other. And I guess the quarantine, okay, and Storm, look, Storm, you're an outsider, you're integrating, that's why you're stressed, you're gonna feel better soon. And Resistance just had her baby! Resistance! A little baby girl who unfortunately doesn't have very good genes, but she's not that terrible on genes. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna name her Resilience. Because I really like Resilience. There we go. I hope that's how you spell that. Because we're going to go ahead and just imagine that she's got the resilience to help us make this place even better. Also, Iodeli is an outsider from the gender ratio. Do you actually have better genetics? Hashim needs released once he's healed. We actually do have way too many Okapi, and now our pygmy hippos are also fighting. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's actually release some of these female Okapi. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and release them because they're actually pretty healthy. And we already had enough Okapi in here. And then bye! The little panda, who also is not gold level and surrounded by bricks. That's one of the saddest things I have seen. He is actually getting ready to mature as well. And gosh, what are your genetics? His genetics aren't terrible. He's just going to be a little panda. So let me go ahead and name him after one of you guys. Come here, random comment generator. Ding! And it's Joni! Joni, I'm so glad that you were enjoying our, Joni? There we go. How about Jojo? Oh my gosh. So we have Jojo the panda now. He's really adorable. But I'm so glad that you have been enjoying our adventures, Joni, and I promise to surround you with not bricks as soon as I can. Alright. We need to finish off. Hannah, you're stressed again because you've gone too close to the people. If you want to feel calm, you need to stay away from where the people are. They're even trying to be kind of quiet for you, I think. Do we have good overlapping quiet zones? Like, people need to know. Shh, don't scare my flamingos. Okay, yeah, the flamingos are fine. Who's not fine now are our pygmy hippos, and I would really like to spend some time, you know, working on the thing we were gonna work on. So Thimba, this female pygmy hippo, she will go ahead and release to the wild, and that should balance out that. Habitat Education Board 14 is too far from Indian Rhino Falls. Why? Why did I leave Panda Education Boards all the way? Yes, that is too far. Oh my gosh. All right, and then let's see. Is this one even powered? Is it broken? Is there anything here? Hello? All right, we'll have a little bit about the rhinoceros over here. There's high amounts of litter, and a mechanic has not attended to the anteater mound in a very long time. Okay, let's go ahead and hire a new mechanic. Does this area even have a work zone? Let's figure that out really quickly. At's Garden, Macaque, oh geez, Macaque Mountain, we can remove that and the painful memory of Macaque Mountain. Pangolin Point, Patrol Plaza, Tiger Mechanic Zone, South African Waterfalls? Okay, so the South African Waterfalls do have, there we go, do have a zone. Oh geez, and I think, oh, Everything's on fire, and I just want to be able to update that picture so that we can show an amazing before and after sense of progress. This is why my husband Chip said I should start focusing on making smaller goals, friends. Micro goals, because it is important to be able to break down larger tasks into more digestible goals. And right now, no, not security, Seri, not security. We want a new mechanic. And I think this is going to be Termite Mound Inspector Tilly! Tilly being another one of our wonderful patrons. So Termite Mound Inspector Tilly. Also, many of you may wonder, but Seri, can't you just go ahead and pause? Okay, guys, for one thing, we don't break the fourth wall like that. And for the other thing, I actually find this kind of chaos really engaging because it makes it feel kind of more like when problems crop up in real life. Like, you have to sort of start tackling things as you find them. I have so many flamingos in here. Jojo the panda should be okay. And now we literally managed to tackle everything except for the fact that we have... Oh, thank goodness. Except for the fact that we have no quarantine, which we can totally take care of. Phew! Okay, well, let's just... Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Ollie! Look, the lemurs, they have issues because they have a lot of social dynamics, but also, Ollie, you're actually one of the females we can release to the wild, because she was born in our zoo for that purpose. Alright, so, we're gonna just entertain this idea of a quarantine, just so that we can take care of literally all of the needs that our staff apparently thinks we need to do. And I think I'm gonna put the quarantine way over here because this is where one of our biggest like research centers are. And I think there's even like a cute little, yeah, there's even some little food patches right over here. And this is, really? Really? I didn't even, this isn't even named? But this is like a big, huge, important research center. I can't believe... Okay, no. Deep breaths. I never want to be that critical of my past self, even if I did things a little differently than I would do now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to name this big zone after, again, one of our wonderful patrons. This time, we're going with Flamex. Flamex, we are now going to have your Galapagos Tortoise Research Center back here. It's one of our coolest areas because it's one of the most, like, developed zones. You can see kind of the evolution of, like, you can actually kind of track the evolution of as we learned how to take care of our zoo, where things went, and where we stopped going and where I really leaned into the fact that what do I love? I love greenery and trees. And that's how this area looks so nice, especially for our Galapagos tortoises. So let's come in, and this is going to be Flamex's, let's see, Island Ecology Research Center. That sounds really cool, and it actually makes me think maybe what we can do is we could expand with like island, like make little islands and really kind of focus on species you could expect to find on islands over here. That's a really fun idea, actually. Is there... Okay, there are editable signs. I'm trying to think if I could like Australian sign editable. Okay, I love the Australian sign because it's literally just like this 10. And I would want to get rid of that, so we're gonna go Island Ecology Habitats, question mark. There we go. And that will be a note for myself. Kind of like the notes we leave in zoo crafting that totally work. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So we can remember like working on that project over here when we can. Alright, so let's see. Again, it's chaos, but I'm happy. Because it makes you have to start figuring out how to triage what is actually super important and how you can go ahead and narrow down on focusing on those things. So, modern modular set, Land of the Tiger. This is the Jungle River Vet Center. That's really cool. That's really pretty. We might, like, actually, that's really pretty. And it sort of is a good mix between the two areas, the big leafy zone, and then over here we've got like the South American sort of zone that we were going for. So I think we will use this one. Because it does kind of blend the two areas together pretty neatly, and we wanted to have something fun over here. Oh, you know, this actually looks like a really good entrance, now that I think about it, to what you'd expect like an island area to look like, doesn't it? Yes, this will work. This will work. I am pleased. All right, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. We want it to be touching the ground, please. Are you on the ground? I think. Yay! Okay. And let's put in maybe a nice dirt path. All right, there we go. Yes, please. Oh, okay, you aren't on the ground. Gosh darn it. Can you connect to this? Aw, man. All right. We gotta back it up a little. Let's start connecting these together first. And then, I think... Almost. Oh, that's so much tidier! Yes! It takes so many victories to have our stuff nice and tidy, so I will absolutely take that. And then, you know what? Do we like have sand somewhere? We do have sand. That's our terrains. And we'll sprinkle just a touch of sand along the edges of this new island ecology zone. All right, let's whiten that. There we are. There you go. Haha! Yeah. Okay. And now we'll go ahead and we will rename this jungle animal hospital after... Dun dun dun. Push the button. After Nay! Nay, thank you so much. It's so wonderful to see you. Still floating around in our Patreon group, adding all sorts of new memories, like a jungle animal hospital. I love it. And then we could put like nays, but like the apostrophes don't stick around, so just know that there's supposed to be an apostrophe there. Cough, cough. All right, so that's pretty awesome. Very, very, very quickly before we go ahead and leave it, I'm going to drastically, okay, well, you know what, that's African foliage, and I was kind of going for maybe like, do I not have pre-made packs of, whoa, cobras? Whoa, okay, that's kind of cool. I was trying just to find a very big tree. I'm interested in a very big tree. Woo! We might have to consider that for maybe the new entrance tree that we're going to plant. All right, the leafy conservation info. Ooh, this is nice! You know what? You would expect to find like a conservation board around here, and maybe the conservation board can even go ahead and block off the back of this facility, because eventually we'll probably have guests walking around. That fits perfectly. What a glorious, very, very happy coinky dink that is. All right, and then we'll change amphibian crisis. We'll go ahead and do deforestation. That's still sad. Phew, okay. And then I was trying just to like toss in, like really quickly, some random, ooh, these are kind of cute. Aw, that's like a lot more formal than I was going for, but I mean, I'll take it. They're kind of nice. Neat. I think these are also lamps, so, hey, we might have to use these in more places. These are very nice. All right, maybe move you here. And now I have to listen to the fact that everything's on fire again, don't I? All right, we'll go ahead and kind of bookmark these, though, or we'll go ahead and just make note of them. Ooh, it even has a power station. Oh, be still my heart. All right, let's go ahead and see what chaos is happening. All of our flamingos are having a fretful time of things, perhaps because people need to be a little bit more quiet. So let's remind everyone, we're having a flamingo quiet zone, please. So we're gonna come over. Where's my quiet sign? I kind of want to rename this to shh, just like straight up shh. Oh, and now an animal escaped. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll investigate that in just a second. So let me put down just a few of these really quickly. Just shh, shh, shh. Like, I've got really distressed flamingos right now, okay? All right. Fernando! Fernando! The giant Galapagos tortoise has made his extremely slow escape. That amuses me deeply. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and have someone come and catch this tortoise for me, and I'm going to celebrate the fact that my beloved husband Chip said, micro goals, darling. Well, actually he calls me Little Bean, which I love. So he's like, micro goals, Little Bean, micro goals. And I'm gonna say that today's micro goal was just showing how fun it's gonna be to be able to look at this picture of what everything was like before, and then turn and see the differences. Yes, the sparkling, shining, glorious differences from how it looked when we got here this morning. I'm gonna go make another coffee and have a sit down. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.